All right, so the start of this series is going to be a series engine build, 454 big block by my 13-year-old son, John. So John, what's your experience with engine building?
Just mainly the one time I have to build the LS for the Camaro.
Yeah, so John's helped me in the past when I built a 5.7 liter. It was a 5.3 liter that was bored out to a 5.7 for the 02 Camaro that I had. And so he helped me out a little bit. He was, what were you, 10 years old back then? Yeah, you were 10. So now he's 13, and I told him this is his project. So I'm going to tell him what to do. I'll help him, you know, like with some of the heavy lifting stuff, as far as like lifting the heads and crankshaft and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm really just going to tell him what to do, you know, guide him through it. But he's doing everything, really. So what are we about to do right now?
We're going to check the bearing clearance.
Okay.
And then we're going to put the crankshaft in, see if it fits, and then we're going to check the bearing tolerance.
Yeah, so basically what we're doing, we're going to put all the mains in. We're going to drop the crankshaft in. We're going to do it dry, no oil. And then I have some plastic gauge. There's ways to do it with a micrometer. I'm not investing in a micrometer just to do a garage engine build for this. So we'll check it to make sure the bearing clearances are good. And then we're also going to drop the rings in and check to see if they're file fit. If they're file fit, we're going to have to file the rings before we take them down, all this stuff down to the machine shop to get the crankshaft balanced. Once the crankshaft balanced, we can throw this whole thing together and get it back in the truck. So let's get started really quick, and hopefully everything turns out nice and good for us and we could be on our way. Yeah, that almost didn't start well. One at a time, buddy.
What's the difference between the ones with the line and the ones without?
Well, see the hole in the block?
Huh.
So the hole in the block, right? So first off, this tang has to go.
Oh.
Back off so I can explain it to you. So the hole in the block, the hole in the bearing, the oil comes through that and goes around here and falls down to the bottom. And the way you do these is the way I do them, put the tang in first, right? And then just roll it around. So then just basically push down right there. Okay? And then just make it flat. Okay? It's in.
Go put this down.
Yeah. Alright, so what John's doing now, we've got some plastic gauge on the mains. We're going to tighten these down and torque them. And the purpose is to see how much this will squish down. And then there is right here on the gauge, basically how thick it is, it will tell you how much clearance we have. So I'll have to look it up to see what the 454 is supposed to have, but you know, I think usually we fall in like the 2000ths range, so as long as we got that, we should be good to go. So it's on 110 foot-pounds. You think you got 110 foot-pounds in you? I hope so with that big thing. Hang on. Let's say put your foot on it. Put your foot on the front. There you go. Come on. here.
moving.
You video. All right, so I said I'd really only step in when he needed me to. I know he's strong enough, but it's just moving around a little is all. You're actually pretty close on that one.
Yeah, it just kept
So you see how my
moving
foot
around.
is?
Yeah.
Here, try it. You can do it. Here, I showed him the trick. Go ahead and put your foot down there. So basically you're pushing away. Go ahead, now ratchet it back. Come on. Don't yank it. You want to just pull hard. Okay, now you're going to fall off. Gotta lift weights, boy. Okay. All right, so we found the limit of his torque spec. Go ahead, take him off. All right, go ahead, pull it off so we can. So now basically what you're gonna do, come around this side. We'll do this one first. Just hold that up next to it.
Like this?
Yeah, hold it up next to it and see which one that matches with. So it's not that. About right there.
Yep.
So 2000s, which is exactly what we need. So you see that gap right there, John?
Yeah.
I just want you to take that feeler gauge and try and wedge it in between there.
Okay.
No, so vertical, up and down. Okay. Feel how it goes in? So basically what we're looking at here is a 23 thousandths fit on the rings. These are not file fit rings. They're all ready for a 30 thousandths over bore. So this is pretty tedious. We're not going to film the rest of it. We're going to go through and check all these. Top and middle ring. One at a time. Isn't engine building so much fun?
Yeah, especially the beginning of it.
All right, so everything's looking pretty good. As long as all these rings come out fine, that means they don't need to be filed. We don't need to take material off. We're not taking weight off. We can take all this stuff down to the machine shop, get them to balance the crankshaft, and then we can throw this thing together. Or well, he can throw this thing together, and we'll get it back in the truck and see how it runs. So I'm gonna give you one full square. Actually, I'll give you 2 full squares.
Still gonna beat me.
2 full squares. I'm gonna let you go first.
5 seconds.
We're racing to that private. You want to go down to the finish? We're gonna go. Does it spin? Did you see the spin? Okay. You always want to check it because you never know. Say you did that right before you torque them down. Watch your hand. Say you did it. That actually spins real nice. But say you did it and it doesn't spin. Maybe the caps are on wrong. You know what I mean? Which, okay, double check. 1, 2. That's 3, 4, and obviously that one's 5. So yeah.
These last 3 ones, the ones are wearing off.
Just double check. I set it to 110. 0 should be, so it's going to
Yep,
line.
zero's up, so it won't go line.
All right, let's see if you got it. Don't jerk it. You want to do. You got it? Okay, you don't got it. Do that one. Come on. No, no. All right. Well, here, you yank them all down as tight as you can go, and then I'll torque them. Maybe that's the ticket. Okay, okay. Next
I
one.
just moved.
Don't. Next one. I don't want the wrench to slip off. All right. It's not a big deal. 110 pounds. I mean, that's a good amount of torque for someone your age, you know. You got adults that can't even do that.
Cool.
Adults that can't even do 110 foot-pounds. So it's not a big deal. All right. Okay, keep going. Oh, we got it. Now do that one. Oh, old boy grown up.
Oh, close.
This one. You didn't
I did this one.
check it. Nope, you're pulling up.
I got both screwed up.
You pretty much had it. That was like 109 and a half. I'll try and spin it.
John, that better be done tonight.
Alright, that's good. Now I'm just going to go back through and double check everything. Don't ever forget that your old man's stronger than you. Next time you're feeling froggy, boy.